What is happening, La Familia YouTube? It has been a long time, and I have sorely missed you guys. Want to give a shout out to the new subscribers. Thank you guys for, liking what you saw enough to hit that subscribe button. If you are new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. I sound like a typical YouTuber now. I was hoping to never have to do this, but hey, I'm starting to take this thing seriously, and I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. But I also know that not posting content is not going to get me to 1,000 subscribers. So thank you to the people that you guys have been sticking with me this whole time. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have seen the title. Okay, we're going to take a stroll down memory lane. But before we do that, we got to talk about the fact that we live in a fucking matrix. So if you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I posted this here the other day. Give you a quick story behind that. So probably about 2 weeks ago, so what I'm doing lately, just real quick, with the Techwear stuff, because I just got into Techwear 3 years ago, I'm late to the party on some of the Techwear shoes. So obviously you saw in my last video, I got the Acronym Air Force One Downtowns. So basically what I'm doing is I'm settling scores, so to speak, with Techwear shoes that, came out, years ago, that had become archived classics, basically. And the Downtown AF ones is one of those shoes. So I was looking up this shoe here. I don't know why the name escapes me. I'm gonna flash it somewhere in post. But I was looking at this shoe the other day, and I had noticed that it had a Vibram sole on it, and I was like, oh yeah, Vibram, isn't that the company that makes those weird toe shoes? And I was like, I wonder if those are still around. Again, keep in mind, this is 2 weeks ago. Okay, so I'm looking at them, and I'm like, I just realized, and let's go down memory lane. Back in 2013, I remember I had a pair of these, because in 2013, I just came back from LA. That's a long story. I actually lived there for 55 days. But I came back from LA, and I didn't have a place to stay. When I got back from LA, I was staying with somebody, and it was a temporary stay, and I actually wanted to continue to work out and stuff like that. And basically, I've been into martial arts throughout my life, off and on, since I was a kid. And around that time was when I was really starting to get interested in training Muay Thai. And before I actually joined an actual gym, I was like, well, maybe I need to get my striking back up to par, get my cardio back up to par before I go to another gym, because I know it's gonna be a lot of fucking hard work. So this person I was staying with, I had a heavy bag in their garage, and I hate kicking a bag and all this other stuff with sneakers on. And so I was just like, I don't want to do that. I need to figure something out. So one day at work, this guy that I work with, who is what I like to call a kayak dad, the flannel wearing, Merrell shoes wearing, hiking dad, looking kind of guy. He actually had some Vibrams on. And at that time, I remember looking at him and going, I know a lot of people probably think those look stupid, but to me, I think they look really cool. And I actually think they look really like futuristic. Even at that time, I was thinking, oh, those look really futuristic. They look like you have bionic feet, which is what I posted on my Instagram story the other day. So I went up to him and I'm like, hey dude, like where'd you get those? What are they called? And he's like, oh, they're Vibram 5 fingers, etc., etc. So at the time in 2013, they were actually way more expensive. At least I remember thinking that they were way more expensive. But I ended up not getting the actual Vibram ones, but I found some Fila ones that were like half the price. I was like, fuck it. I'm only using these so I can kick the heavy bag in a garage. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead. By the way, I didn't have mats at the time and everything in the garage. So, and not to mention it wasn't my garage, so I was gonna put mats in it. But I was just like, okay, you know what? Screw this. I'm just gonna buy the Fila ones, because I'm not gonna wear these, out and about or whatever. I don't really have anything to go with it. So that's that story. Ended up getting them, only use it for working out. I think I got rid of them along the way. So now fast forward to 2 weeks ago, I'm looking at these, the Matthew Williams shoes, and I've always liked those shoes. I'm still on the fence of whether I'm gonna get them, because I heard that they're very heavy, et cetera, et cetera. But I started looking at Vibram 5 fingers again, and I was kind of like, you know what, man? I feel like these actually would style really well with Techwear. Now that I'm into Techwear, because at that time I was definitely not into Techwear in 2013, but I like now that I'm into Techwear and more like avant-garde styles, I feel like these are gonna look great with avant-garde and Techwear clothing. So I put together some fits, you guys. So we're gonna style the Vibram 5 Fingers, which I just heard from my girlfriend who's very much a runner and has run marathons and gotten medals and stuff. When I was wearing them today, she was like, I just want you to know that those shoes are typically for the crunchiest runners ever. So I don't think she has a very good connection with them. But anyways, so back to why we live in a matrix, okay? So I ended up buying a pair of the Vibrams, okay? And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna try these out. I want to see what they look like with, with Techwear clothes and avant-garde clothing, So, fast forward in that time when I got them in, I posted that story that I showed you guys in the beginning, and actually before that, I should say this. Before that, somebody had messaged me about them when I posted them on my story, saying, hey, where did you buy these? Because I actually saw Errolson wearing these, Errolson Hugh from Acronym. And I'm like, what the fuck? So then that happens, and I was like, well, that's weird. And then I noticed Tech Hunter, who's they're a Techwear page, and I think actually they're a magazine as well too, on Instagram. They post some Vibram 5 Fingers that are actually more for fashion, and it's like the Bigfoot line or something like that. They had like a bunch of fur and they were high tops, etc. And then like painted toenails, and I was like, oh. And I saw the post. I'm like, dude, what is going on? Is there like something going on in the zeitgeist where the Matrix is telling everybody to go back to checking out Vibram 5 Fingers again? So it was just very, very strange, and that's where I was just like, okay, we live in a matrix, because obviously a week after or a few days after I got the shoes, finally in the mail, I see that the Acronym posted one of their models with basically modeling a pair of their new pants, which were very nice, by the way, with wearing a pair of the Vibrams. And I just like, oh my God, this is so weird. Like, we live in a fucking matrix right now. Anyways, you guys, so listen, we are going to look at some stylings. So I put together about 4 fits here. And the first one here is actually what I call the Garuda Uniform. By the way, if you're not familiar with Garuda, they are actually, in my opinion, I would more consider them tech avant-garde wear. They're like tech avant-garde, because as you can see, the silhouette has a very avant-garde silhouette, but it's also very functional. The jacket is water resistant. It also folds into a little bag that's actually in that front pocket. And then pants, cargo pants, the typical Techwear uniform style of pants. But as you can see, they're very, very wide legs, so they produce a really, really cool silhouette. And the jacket is a crop jacket, as you can tell as well too. So the silhouettes are broken up really well. So I consider them more tech avant-garde. And I don't know, man, when I actually threw these shoes on with this, I was like, dude, this already looks really, really cool. So far, when I noticed that, I was like, okay, we are definitely on to something, that these shoes will look good with Techwear and avant-garde styles of clothing. So next one here, of course, I had to hit you guys with the Acronym uniform. As you can see, the P30s, if you guys have watched my videos before where I do stylings with shoes, I always wear these because I wear these pants constantly. They're like my go-to pants. I pretty much wear them probably most days out of the week. So yeah, of course I had to get those on, and that's the hoodie is it's actually the one I'm wearing right now. And it's a Acronym hoodie as well too. So slight Acronym uniform, but not the Acronym uniform. But again, they look really, really good with, with this outfit as well. And like I said, I had to pay homage to the fact that Acronym did recently post, a picture with the Vibrams in their new pants. So of course there's that. So yeah, next one here, I wanted to break up the black a little bit. So the next one here, this is another Acronym uniform ish. This is obviously the Acronym track jacket from the I think it was the fall winter 2021 or 2022 track suit Acronym collaboration with Nike, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, I wore these with my new Acronym P23 DS. Sorry. Really like these pants. I really wanted to get a pair of Acronym pants that were a different color instead of black, just to kind of break up some of the black fits, and also too so that I can add a little bit more color. And I feel like these pants really work well with, you know, helping me wear more colorful tops, etc. Sorry, my dog is barking. But the brown pants actually enable me to be able to wear, you know, different colored tops instead of always just looking like a black silhouette all the time. But the one thing I will say is I really love the way these pants actually look with the Vibrams. They look really cool. I feel like the cuffs on the bottom really kind of like cater to the silhouette of the shoe, which is basically your feet. So yeah. Anyways, you guys, last but not least, I have got the Idol Ito. If you guys don't know who Idol Ito is, by the way, I don't even know if I can call them an up-and-coming Techwear brand. I think they've arrived, but definitely follow them on Instagram. I have 2 of their pieces now, and they're amazing. The Naragi too, as you guys can see, it's really awesome, really well made. I think it caters again really well to the futurism that the Vibrams kind of bring in a, I guess, non-direct futuristic kind of way. So, and then obviously the breaking up the black again with the Acronym P23s as well too. So yeah, definitely like this fit, and definitely follow Idol Ito. Like I said, I guess I'll call them an up and coming Techwear brand, but a lot of their designs are so not derivative of other Techwear companies. So that's why I personally feel like they're standing on their own and doing some really great things. And it's also affordable, which is so hard to find in this space. So yeah, check them out. All right, La Familia YouTube. So that brings us to an end. Once again, I'm so sorry that it took so long for me to put out some content. It's just been hectic as hell with like promoting the EP. Again, that link is down below. It's called Cyber Ballads. Again, my project is called Romance 85 Synth, as in synthesizers. You can follow us on, or follow me on Instagram. It's no longer us, unfortunately. But you can follow it on Instagram. Definitely check out the EP. But I don't know what I'm gonna do for my next video, but this is the kind of stuff I think I want to keep doing, is doing more styling videos. I'm definitely gonna still do more reviews. I tried my absolute hardest to get a hold of the CPFM, Nike, whatever the hell those gigantic strappy hiking things were called. But I unfortunately didn't get the exclusive access that it seems like everybody and their mother got. So I couldn't get those for you guys, and I was really hoping to review those, and was really hoping to try them on, because I really like those. And I really think they look really cool and futuristic, even though they're, you know, they're steeped in irony, which is CPFM's MO. So anyways, La Familia YouTube, stay tuned for the next one. I'm sure I got something coming. The podcast is gonna come back. You know, I just want to kind of like figure out like what I want to cover, and I want to see if I can have a guest on too, maybe somebody from the Techwear space, so we can kind of geek out together. But I am rambling at this point, which is what I always do, and I gotta stop. But I'm out of here, La Familia YouTube. Hope you enjoyed this. Like, subscribe, favorite, share, all that stuff, and I'm out of here.